Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is MOGIBETH. For those of y'all who are new here, I own a six-figure reselling business selling primarily women's clothing on places like Poshmark and eBay. And today we are buying inventory for my reselling business. We are going to a couple of Goodwills to thrift and find some inventory to sell online and make some money. It is a beautiful Friday afternoon. It's finally starting to warm up here in Portland, Oregon. It's like 50 something. It is a little before 3 p.m. and the Goodwills close at 7 p.m. here. So that means I have about 4 hours. Hopefully we can hit 2 places, and if one of them is really a dud, we'll hit 3. I'm going to 2 that I really haven't been to in a while. Well, this first one, last time I went, I actually found a Reformation dress. I found a Universal Standard dress. And I found some Schutz shoes that have all since sold and sold really well. So I didn't find a lot last time, but the stuff I did find was really good. So hopefully we can find some really good stuff. But hopefully we can find more than like 4 things. And then the other one I haven't really been to in, I don't know, a very, very long time. So I'm excited to see what that is like as well. And yeah, we're just gonna have a fun Friday afternoon together going thrifting. I'm gonna bring you along. And then I'm gonna do a haul at the end of the video where I'll share everything I found. I'll share my projected profit, my projected sales price, and see how I do. Alright, well, let's head inside and cross our fingers. Hopefully we find some good stuff. Alright, well, I headed directly for the new rack, as I always do if new racks are out. Luckily, our Goodwill employees are patient with us and don't get mad when we do this, even though we're completely in their way when they're trying to put this stuff away. But I try to go as quickly as possible, and I didn't find a ton on this rack, but I did at the very end find this Patagonia piece for $12.99. I love selling Patagonia. It's probably my favorite brand to sell right now, alongside this brand, Lululemon. I would have definitely picked this up, or at least check comps, especially maxi dresses. I find that Lululemon maxi dresses do really well, but that one was priced at $24.99, so I had to pass. In fact, Lululemon dresses in general, I think, do fairly well. So this was a brand I wasn't familiar with, I don't think, and so I did look it up, and I did end up getting it. I'll talk about it more in the haul. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting experiment with that dress. This is Anthropologie Saturday Sunday. It's an older piece. It's actually quite cute. However, as a rule of thumb, I generally just pass on Anthropologie. I do have a video that I've done on Anthropologie that I'll link up on the screen that goes over what I look for when picking up Anthropologie. So this is an older J. Crew dress. That is an older brand or label that I will pass on basically 10 times out of 10. So I passed on that one as well. And I actually did have quite a bit of good luck in the maxi dress section. And you'll see, I think, at least one other piece that I found in the haul. So I went to the dresses section. They kind of break it up between maxi and mini dresses in Portland. And I had some good luck in the small section, but I almost always feel like I film the smalls. So I decided to wait until I got to medium and large, and I had no luck. So I filmed me going through a bunch of these dresses that I ended up passing on, which I hear from y'all, you'll like to see what I pass on as well. So I guess it's not the end of the world. But this was really interesting. I found this one state dress that was sold at Crossroads, but Crossroads had not marked it half off, and I have been not finding a lot of items at Crossroads marked half off. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Crossroads is a buy-sell trade store that's in some cities. It's here in Portland as well, and typically they'll mark their items half off before, donating them. But I actually came across a couple of pieces at this Goodwill that were not marked half off, so that's frustrating to me. So I headed over to shoes next. I usually go to jeans first, but in this particular Goodwill, I just have a lot of luck with dresses. I don't know why certain Goodwills have better luck in certain categories. Maybe I'm making that up, but I typically don't have a ton of luck at jeans in this particular Goodwill, so I went to dresses first, then I went to shoes, and I actually did find 3 pairs of shoes, which is a lot for me these days because I am pretty particular about shoes. But since I recently did a little bit of shoe research and published that shoe bread and butter brand video, I have been wanting to pick up more shoes, and so I spend a little bit more time just going through everything and looking through everything. Can y'all tell I'm 27 weeks pregnant? I guess in this video I'm 26 weeks pregnant. I refuse to buy pregnancy clothes, so I just end up wearing baggy clothes that I own, but you will probably see my belly pop out a little bit later because my regular clothes are still too small for me. Those sequin cowboy boots were really interesting to me, but I couldn't find the brand. These are Born. They are an older style, so I decided to pass, but sometimes older styles can do well, just depending. I could have checked comps on those, but if they were a newer style, I would have definitely checked comps because Born, especially tall boots like that, can do really well. I thought these were kind of fun, like 90s Y2K-esque looking shoes, but I don't really sell vintage or Y2K stuff anyway. Sardo by Franco Sardo is a brand I talked about in that video, but it was priced too high at $14.99, so I decided to pass on those. This is another piece that was really interesting to me, but it was priced too high. It was this New Attack Urban Outfitters pair of sandals, but they retail for $44, and then Goodwill wanted $12.99, so that just doesn't leave me enough room to make a decent profit. I did pick these up. These are really exciting. They're by the brand Lamoda, which I never heard of, but I'll talk more about them in the haul. This, you can't really see the brand tag there, but it was Andrew Mark, but it looked like a knockoff Andrew Mark, which is so weird. So I definitely passed. These are Dojo jeans. If y'all have been reselling for a while, you know that Dojo jeans can go for a lot of money, but Goodwill marked them up to $24.99, so I passed. It's interesting, Dojo jeans used to go for a ton of money, then they didn't anymore. Now they're kind of, I think, selling well again. I don't know, I never get the chance to experiment because Goodwill always marks them up so high. But I did get the chance to pick up a pair of Madewell jeans, which was exciting. And I found these pants. These are Patagonia. They're ski snow pants, which is one of my favorite categories to pick up within kind of the outdoor athletic brands like North Face, Patagonia, etc. And I actually talked about that in a video recently. This is another one of my favorite brands, Beta brand to find, and Collusion is a brand I ended up looking up but passed on. But yeah, found some good stuff at this Goodwill. Okay, so I found some really good stuff in there. I had to force myself to leave, but I spent, gosh, I need to hurry because it's like 5:37. Okay, so I spent $143.87. So how many items is that? On 13 items. So I think what I'm gonna do is I will insert the first part of the haul here, and then we'll go thrifting to the second part, and then I'll do the second part of the haul, and then we'll total everything up at the end. So I will see you at the haul and then meet you back. Gonna have about an hour, a little over an hour at the next stop. So it's a smaller Goodwill, so hopefully it won't take as long. All right, I'll see you at the haul. All right, time for the haul part 1. So excited to get started. Okay, let's start here. Although I think this is one of the last pieces that I found in the store. If you've been watching my channel, you've heard me mention that I want to pick up more bras. And this is a brand that retails for a lot of money. It's a direct-to-consumer bra brand. There's a lot of them nowadays. But this one is one that's really popular and retails for a lot. It's called Cup, C-U-U-P. You can also see the logo like on the outside of the bra, which makes it pretty easy to spot. And this is their mesh bra. It is a size 32F, and I paid $6.99 for it. So with each piece, I'm going to share how much I paid. I'm also going to share my projected sales price and my projected profit and profit margin. So for this one, it's called Cup, the Demi and Blush Mesh, size 32F, like I said. And based off the size, comps are kind of a little bit all over the place, but I went ahead with a $35 sales price. And so that would give me a projected profit of $21.01. And like all my other videos, this is assuming that I'm selling it on Poshmark without a shipping discount. And that would leave me with a projected profit margin of 60.03%. So that's about exactly what I'm aiming for, a 60% profit margin. So that does the trick. And what I love about selling bras is that they're super lightweight, easy to store, easy to photograph, easy to ship. So yeah, excited to see how, I've never sold that brand before, so I'm excited to see how it does. Yeah, I think y'all saw me find this piece. It's the first piece I found in the thrift store. It is Patagonia. I purchased it for $12.99. It's a size medium. It's this really cute fleece. The only issue, which I only saw when I got home, is that the zipper thing is broken. The pull has just come off. It still is functional, but that does affect the resale value. So I took that into account when checking comps and when determining my projected sales price. So it's called the Patagonia Full Zip Retool Jacket. If it was in excellent condition without the flaw, I'd probably say it would go somewhere around $45, but with this flaw I put it at $35, and so that would give me a projected profit of $15.01 and a projected profit margin of 42.89%, which isn't great, but I would still pick it up just because for me Patagonia always sells, and it sells quickly, and so with a guaranteed profit of 15 bucks, I mean, I'll still take it. And of course it's not guaranteed, but it's as close to guaranteed, you know, as a reseller can get. Nothing is ever guaranteed within reselling. Okay, so the next piece is a brand, a menswear brand. This is one of Matt's favorite menswear brands. He actually introduced me to it, and the brand is called Billy Reid. It's very expensive, it's a designer. This is the Gradient sweatshirt by Billy Reid. It's a size extra large, and I purchased it for $7.99. I really like selling Billy Reid, but I rarely get to, just because whenever I find it, Matt wants to keep it. And of course he wants to keep that one too. But I still went ahead, checked comps, and figured what I would get if I did sell it, because you know, sometimes he wears things for a few months and then I'm like, hey, you're not really wearing this, can I sell it? So it's good to always look up comps anyway. So I paid $7.99. I think that would sell for about 40 bucks. I think it could sell for more. There were comps that were higher, but I tried to be conservative with all of these estimates. So 40 bucks, and then that would give me a projected profit of $24.01 and a projected profit margin of 60.03%. So that's right on target. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I got 3 bottoms, 1 pair of jeans, and this is my good old trusty Madewell. I spent $12.99 on these, which is on the higher end for what I'm willing to spend on Madewell jeans, especially considering this isn't a super new pair of Madewell. These I think are from 2018, but they are in excellent condition. So I decided to go ahead and pick them up. They're a size 28, which is also a really good size for Madewell jeans. They're called the Madewell Road Tripper jeans in Orson wash, and I'm paying $12.99 for them. I actually have sold these exact jeans before, so I just kind of looked up what I had sold them for last time, and they sold for $36. So I must have listed them at $45, and then they sold for $36. So I just went ahead and put $36, and that would give me a projected profit of $15.81 and a projected profit margin of 43.92, which again is lower. But again, like Patagonia, Madewell jeans just sell really consistently for me, so I don't mind having a little bit lower of a profit margin and a lower profit per item. Okay, then I found a piece that might be my most profitable piece of the day. We will see how they sell, but these are Patagonia ski pants. If you watched my 10 bread and butter brands that I want to pick up more in 2022 video, I'll link that up on the screen. I talked about the North Face, and I talked about how within that brand ski pants do really well. That goes for most outdoor brands, and the same goes for Patagonia. Of course, ski pants, snowboard pants tend to do really well. This is an older style. I could not find a stock photo or style name for these anywhere, even though they do have a style number on the tag, but I did see other people selling this kind of style, and it still does well. That's the thing with Patagonia. You don't necessarily have to find the exact style name for it to sell. You can just list with as many keywords as possible and it will sell well. So this is a size 14, which is also a really good size. And I paid $14.99 for them, which is higher, but often Goodwill will price Patagonia like $24.99. So I was happy that they weren't priced up that high. But after checking comps, and again, comps were all over the place. These sell anywhere from $50 to $100 plus. But after checking comps, I just kind of landed again on a conservative number of $65 of a projected sales price, which would give me a projected profit of $37.01 and a projected profit margin of $56.94. And yeah, that would give me the highest profit of anything I found in this particular trip. On the next stop, I find some really good stuff though. Okay, so the next piece is a brand that I love selling. It sells super quickly and consistently for me. It's Beta brand, and these are a size small. They're just their classic straight leg yoga work pants in navy, and I've actually sold, I think, this exact pair before in a size medium long recently, so I just kind of went off of what I sold those for in determining my sales price. Oh, I forgot to show y'all. I spent $9.99 on these bad boys, which is a little high for that brand. I wish I paid $7.99, and you'll see that reflected here. So I paid $9.99. My projected sales price based off of my most recent sale is $32, and so that would give me a projected profit of $15.61 and a projected profit margin of 48.78%. So yeah, if I bought them for $7.99 or I got them half off, which I sometimes can do, I would have had a better profit margin. But since it sells consistently and it sells well, I still pick it up. Probably wouldn't pay $12.99. I'd probably draw up a line at $9.99. Okay, this is another brand that I definitely look at the cost of goods before picking up. This is Lulu's, and I paid $7.99 for this dress. I really do like selling Lulu's though, because again, it sells really consistently for me. Here's what the tag looks like, and this is a size small. And another reason I really wanted to pick this up is that white dresses, like white mini dresses like this, tend to sell really well for me, and I think it's because people are planning their bachelorette parties, or for graduation, people wear white dresses a lot of times. So white dresses, like little ones, little mini cocktail dresses, tend to just do really well. And so this one is really cute. It's white lace with this kind of black outline, and then it's got a tan or beige underlay. It's called the Lulu's Truly Wonderful Halter Lace Mini Dress, and based off of comps, I think it will sell for about 28 bucks. So with that $7.99 cost of goods, that would give me a projected profit of $14.41 and a projected profit margin of 51.46%, which is again kind of the same story of a lot of these, where it's just a little bit lower, but it's something that I can rely upon selling, so I don't mind. Okay, so this is a really good find, I think. It is a maxi dress, as you can see, and it's kind of color block floral print design, and I paid $12.99 for it. It is the brand ModCloth, and it is new with tags. It is a size large, which is great. I don't pick up all ModCloth, but pieces like this I really like picking up. Pieces that are new with tag obviously help a lot. Larger sizes do really well, and then more substantial, you know, pieces like this tend to do really well. So I was excited to find that dress. I did check comps on that dress when I was in the store. It's called the ModCloth Illuminated Elegance Maxi Dress. They come in different colors, but that one is really pretty. And so based off of it being new at tag and checking comps, I picked $45 as a sales price, but I think it actually could go for more. I'll probably price it up a little bit more and see where it lands. But if it did sell for $45, then I would have a projected profit of $23.01 and a projected profit margin of 1.13%. Okay, this next one I was so excited to find. I've sold this brand before for a lot of money, but this time around I don't think it's gonna be the case. So I didn't even check comps when I found this dress because I just thought, oh great, it's the new tag, it's gonna do really well. And then when I got home I was like, oh, this particular piece is really saturated. But the brand is Tibby. So this is the new Tibby tag. The old Tibby tag is like a lowercase serif font. I pass on that every time. But this is Tibby, it's a size 4. I paid up for this $12.99. And this is a really expensive designer, if you don't know about it already. And it can resell really well. If I can find examples, I'll put up a sale or two here of items I've sold from Tibby in the past that have done really well. But this particular piece is just really saturated. So it is a button sleeve, long sleeve crepe shift dress. It is really perfect for work, which is kind of what Tibby is good for. It's kind of like a Vince or a Theory, and it's really well made, really good quality. I was so excited to find it. I was like, jackpot. And then I got home. So I spent $12.99. I still think it can sell for $40, so that's not bad. But I mean, I was hoping and expecting maybe like 80 to 100. However, also it being so saturated, I think it could also sit for a while. So that is too bad, but maybe not. We will just have to wait and see. Sometimes with these more professional brands, they can sit for a while or they can sell pretty quickly. And I've sold some Vince pieces that I've shown y'all in hauls recently pretty quickly. So that's been really exciting, especially on eBay. So I didn't check comps on eBay, and that goes for everything on this list. So my projected profit, if it sold for $40, is $19.01, and my projected profit margin is 47.53%. All right, this was an interesting find. This is a total experiment. It is similar to Tibby in that it's a designer brand. It's accepted at the RealReal. So is Tibby. So worst comes to worst, I can just send it into the RealReal. It's the brand Eden. I don't know if I've known about this brand, but it's definitely my first time finding it. It was $7.99. It is a size 4 as well. It's probably the same person, honestly, who donated both of these dresses, both size 4. And this is a tropical print crepe dress. And this brand obviously retails for a lot. But when checking comps, there's not a ton of high demand. There's not a lot of supply either for this brand, so it's kind of hard to determine how quickly it will sell, what it will sell for. But based off of, you know, looking through other similar styles by this brand, I kind of just determined a really conservative estimate of $40, but who knows, it could not sell for $40. We'll just have to wait and see. Could sell for a lot more. We will wait and see, which would give me a projected profit of $24.01, which really isn't that bad. And it would give me a projected profit margin of 60.03%. So that's perfect, right on the money. Okay, so that's a little close I got, but actually I got 3 pairs of shoes at this Goodwill. So the first is a pair of Blondo boots. I really like selling Blondo. They sell really well for me. These are called the Blondo Tula waterproof boot, and they're actually in really, really good condition. They have some wrinkling to that leather upper there, but otherwise in excellent condition, not too much wear. They're size 6.5. Sold comps were all over the place. I think the most recent one sold for $100, but they've also been sold probably by less experienced resellers for like 20 to 30. But I think most commonly they sell for around $45. So that's what I picked. So I paid $12.99 for them. And if they sell for $45, then I would have a projected profit of $23.01, which would give me a projected profit margin of 51.13%. Okay, and then I found, if you watched my shoe bread and butter brand video, then you know this brand was on there. These are Sam Edelman. See at the bottom there, they do have some wear, you know, on the outer sole, but otherwise in excellent condition. I paid $9.99 for these boots. They are called the Vinny knee-high boot, and this, I think This is micro suede or faux micro suede, and they have a little bit of heel on them, and they're a size 7, which is a good size. So I've sold a bunch of similar styles by Sam Edelman before, so when I saw these, I definitely wanted to check comps. Based off of comps, I think they will also sell for $45, so with that $9.99 cost of goods, that would give me a projected profit of $26.01, which would give me a projected profit margin of 57.8%, which is not bad. Again, these are all projections. Could sell for more, could sell for less. Okay, and then the last thing I found, it's kind of a gamble because I couldn't find any direct comps, and I've never sold this brand before. I don't think I've heard of this brand, but when I saw these, I was like, oh wow, those are something unique. And they are in like new condition, like nowhere at all anywhere. So I wanted to check them out. They are by the brand La Moda. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that in there. Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe I'll just pop up the logo here. That might help. This is a brand that's sold at places like Dolls Kill and ASOS. You know, they're definitely that goth, grungy, chunky platforms, which are really, really in right now type of style. I paid up for these. I paid $12.99, and based on how much they retail for, they only retail for like 70 bucks. So paying $12.99 is a lot, but after checking comps, they really retain their value really well. And since these are like new, I decided, okay, let's experiment and see how well they do. They're a size 10. So after checking comps, I went with a $50 sales price, which I know is pretty close to retail, but there are a lot of similar styles and similar conditions that have sold for 50 bucks. So that would give me a projected profit of $27.01 and a projected profit margin of 54.02%. So not bad. But all right, that is it for part 1 of the thrift haul. Now we're gonna jump back in time again and go thrifting to my second stop, which was a really, really good stop. And it just put me in a really good mood for the rest of that weekend. I was like so excited with the things that I found. So I'm excited to bring you along with me and show you what I found. I'll meet you back here for the haul part 2. Okay. Alright, so I actually did go through accessories at this Goodwill. I went through the purses and the hats. Don't skip on the hats. I've found some really good things in the hat section, and there are some great hat bolo brands that sell really well. So especially this time of year going into summer, don't skip on the hats. But then I went through the shoes and I didn't have too much luck, but I actually did end up finding one pair of shoes that you'll see in the haul. This pair of Keen boots were just priced too high at 20 bucks. Ooh, I would have definitely picked up these Vionic shoes. As y'all know, I love Vionic, but it had, the previous owner had put in that weird insert, and sometimes I will just kind of wiggle at the insert to see if it'll come out, but that one was in there pretty hard. Okay, did you guys see that brand Gold Sign? That is a brand that retails for a lot. It's sold at places like Revolve, but it's been around a while and the older styles don't do that well. So if you see a Gold Sign that has the brand embroidered like that, I would typically pass. But if you see a Gold Sign with a black tag, then you might want to check comps, because that is a more recent piece, and that's just a little differentiation between the newer and the older styles. So I didn't end up finding anything in the maxi dresses section. In fact, the first kind of like half of my time at this thrift store, I didn't find much. Okay, this is Nines, the Nines by Hatch. Hatch is a really, really good maternity brand to pick up, but the Nines by Hatch is the Target line by Hatch, and I generally just don't pick it up unless maybe if you get at the bins you can sell it for like 20-30 bucks maybe. This is my first exciting find, finding Johnny Was. So anyways, what I was saying is my second half of the thrift trip actually ended up being great, and especially in the dresses section and in the nurses or the uniform slash maternity section. This is Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how excited I was to find this. Like, I started sweating a little bit, my heart started racing. I was just so excited. And I'll talk more about that dress in the haul, of course. But I found this City Chic. I love selling at City Chic. And I didn't film me going through the maternity and uniform section, but I actually found some really cool pieces that I can't wait to show you in the haul in that section as well. And I was in a rush because they were closing soon. So I was just going through things as quickly as I can. And I did end up really quickly going through the pants section. And I stopped for maybe 5 seconds in the athletic section, which you will see at least one piece from there. But yeah, even though I only had an hour, I found some really great stuff at this store. So I can't wait to show y'all in the haul. Oh my gosh. One of my best thrift trips in a minute. I found some really cool things. I also found some brands I had never heard of or never sold before. I'm so excited. So I'll see you in the haul. Okay, time for the haul part 2, and y'all aren't gonna believe it, but it's starting with another exact same piece. This is again the same brand cup. It's like the same condition, which is like new. The only difference is it's the same color, same style, the demi bra and mesh blush. But the only difference is this one is a 36H. So this actually size should, I think, do better. And that's a good thing because I did pay more for it. They had this one priced up all the way to $9.99, which is pretty high for a bra at Goodwill. But luckily, I think that particular brand and that particular size will support that cost of goods. And I'm looking through bras a lot these days because honestly, I'm looking for nursing bras. If any of y'all ever come across the nursing bra by Hatch, please sell it to me. DM me, I'll pay you for it. Okay, but it's like sold out on their website. It's hard to find. Okay, so also just a good thing to know into the future, if you ever find Hatch nursing bras, pick them up because they'll sell. Okay, anyway, based off of comps, I determined that this one will actually sell for more. The last one I put 35, this one I'm putting 40. Again, could be more, could be less. But with a cost of goods of $9.99, that means my projected profit would be $22.01, which is not bad for a bra. And it would give me a projected profit margin of 55.03%. Okie doke. This next piece I'm so excited to find. I never heard of it, but then I found it and learned about this brand, and now I'm kind of obsessed with it, and Matt is keeping this piece. I'll tell you a little bit more about it in a sec. So this brand is called La La Boo. This is a size extra large. It was in the women's section, in the maternity women's section, but it's a men's piece. It is a t-shirt. It looks like just a gray v-neck t-shirt, but it has this pouch here. This is for your baby to go in. It's like a baby wearing shirt. And it has some magnets here. I'm not really quite sure. I watched the video for the women's one. And then it's got, you know, mesh on the inside. So it's breathable. But it's, you put your little baby in here. Learning about this brand, I was like, oh, that's so cool. So I showed it to Matt. He tried it on. A little bit big for him. Well, he says it's not, but it looks a little bit big for him from my point of view. But who cares, because we got it for $9.99, and these shirts retail, I think, for around 70 bucks. So they also have a really good resale value. So I actually looked that shirt up in store because I was like, what is this? And they resell really well. So even though we're keeping it, I went ahead and added it to this list. So paying $9.99, I think I could get 40 bucks for that shirt. So it's definitely a brand to stay on the lookout for. They have 2 different logos. That's the more recent one, but I don't know if that really affects resale value. But yeah, 40 bucks for a t-shirt, that's great. If I sold it for 40, which I will eventually, because you can only wear these shirts for when the baby's really small, then I would get a projected profit of $22.01. and a projected profit margin of 55.03%. So we'll get to try out a new different kind of baby carrier shirt and eventually get to sell it for a profit. So not too bad. I want to get one for myself. They make them for women, just these tank tops. So I already found some on Poshmark that I've kind of been eyeing out, and we'll probably buy some if I don't find one, which I doubt I will, but you know, you never know. So this was actually another really exciting find. This is a figs, but it's not any old figs, it's size small. It is a figs jacket, which I've never found a figs jacket before. I love selling figs scrubs. So figs is kind of a higher end scrubs brand. It doesn't retail for a ton of money, but as far as scrubs go, they are more expensive for sure. And they do retain their value really well in the resale market and resell quite quickly and consistently. So I really love picking up fig scrubs, but their jackets, after having found this one, actually can do even better. And I picked up this one for $6.99. This is a style that has actually been discontinued and is therefore in high demand on the reseller marketplace, which is great for me. There is not another one in that size and color available on Poshmark, which is great. There is like, I think one other in a different size, and I think the buyer is inactive because there's just all these comments like, what's the lowest you would go? What's this? What's this? No, she just hasn't responded. So that told me, hey, there is demand for this piece. Not a lot of supply, which is always great. It's the position you want to be in as a reseller. So this is actually called the Figs Bellery Scrub Jacket. I think I can sell it for $65, maybe more. And with that $6.99 cost of goods, that would give me a profit, projected profit of $45.01. and a profit margin of 69.25%. So that's great. That's really great. Best profit margin yet. Okay, this is another brand I love selling. Back in the summer, I did a video about brands selling fast for me, and I talked about this brand, Barefoot Dreams. I'll link that video up on the screen in case you want to give it a watch. This is a brand that makes really, really soft cardigans, blankets, etc. I am actually really tempted to keep this. I told myself the next one I find I'll let myself keep, so I might have to keep it. But it was $12.99. It's size extra small in this kind of silver color. It is the rounded cardigan, I think is what it's called. And yeah, just today actually, I sold 2 Barefoot Dreams cardigans on eBay. And so it does really well on eBay as well. But yeah, this one is called the Cozy Chic Light Circle Cardigan, and based off of comps, I think it will sell for $45. So with that $12.99 cost of goods, that would give me a projected profit of $23.01 and a projected profit margin of 51.13%. Pretty good. 20 bucks profit. I will take it. So y'all, I didn't actually spend a ton of time checking comps in the store because I usually do, and I am a big proponent of checking comps, always check comps. But I was in the store and I was finding such good stuff, and I only had a really short amount of time. I spent too long in the first store. So I just decided to grab things, and luckily I can return things here. So, but this was one I didn't check comps on, but I still felt really confident about it. This is a brand I talked about in my very first bread and butter video. Probably running out of links I can put up on the screen, but in case I can't put it up on the screen, I'll make sure that it's in the description down below. But City Chic is the brand. I love selling this brand. I just sold a dress from City Chic that was new at tag this weekend for $72. And this one is really cute. This is a jumpsuit, a wide leg jumpsuit with this front wrap detail, super cute. And then it's got this kind of balloon sleeve with the gathered wrist, the size large or size 20. It's a plus size brand that just does really well. I love selling it, especially really sturdy, you know, more substantial pieces like this. And so I paid $9.99 for it. Felt pretty good about doing that. Got home, looked it up, and feel good about it still. So it is called the City Chic Synthesis Jumpsuit. I think it will sell for 60 bucks based off of comps, which is exciting. And that would leave me with a projected profit of $38.01 and a projected profit margin of 63.35%. So very happy with that. And next is another brand actually that it's interesting. I picked up at the bins a ModCloth and Collectif, which is this brand collaboration, new at tags piece. It was just like a top, and it sold already. So Collectif is a brand, I think it does a lot of like pinup style dresses and stuff. It's a UK based brand, I believe, and it has a pretty good resale value. So I would say if you find it, look it up. But this one is new with tag. That's what it looks like. It's called the Germana lace pencil dress, and it is a size medium, which translates into a US 8. And that's what the inside tag looks like. Here, let me show you. Collectif. So the stock photos for this dress are great. This is a really cute sheath pencil dress with these lace sleeves. I paid up for this dress, so I paid $14.99 for it. But it being new at tag and such a cute style, I decided to go ahead and go for it. So I think it will still sell for $50. Again, could be more, could be less. But that would give me a projected profit of $25.01 and a projected profit margin of 50.02%. Okay, I think y'all saw me find this dress. Johnny was happy to find this dress. No, I was happy. This is such a beautiful dress. It's like a tiered, embroidered sundress. Really, really cute. It's got lining on the inside, which is nice. Just, of course, a high quality, well-made dress. Waist high. It's a size small, which larger sizes in Johnny Was I find do a little better, but still, this is so cute. Very tempted to keep it. If it was nursing friendly, which is something I have to consider now, I might keep it, but it is not. I paid up for this one, but I didn't mind. It's $14.99. Couldn't find the style name or stock photos of this dress anywhere, but that's pretty typical for Johnny Was. There's a lot of pieces that you're just not going to be able to find stock photos for, so just take a good cover photo and list it like that, and it should do well. Hopefully, crossing my fingers that this one does well. I have a feeling it might do better on eBay than Poshmark, but we'll see. So based off of similar style comps, I kind of landed on a projected sales price of $85. So with that $14.99 cost of goods, that would leave me with a projected profit of $53.01 and a projected profit margin of 62.36%. So yay, very happy about that find. Okay, so I was really, really, really excited to find this. After getting home and checking comps, I'm like a little bit less excited that I found it, but it's a really good brand. I'm glad I picked it up because I want y'all to know about it. I found this dress in the thrift store only once before. It was right when I moved to Portland, and I've got it through liquidation, and it sold really well with that style. Here's the brand. It is Cleobella. Do y'all know about this brand? Let me know in the comments down below. It's a size medium, and it's new at tag, which is awesome. So I was very, very excited to find it. It smells like a department store smell, which is always nice. It's in this really pretty, what is called Blue Lotus print. It's got the waist tie, it's got these tie straps, little cute pearl button detail, and it's a maxi dress. Really nice, 100% cotton, perfect for the season we're going into. Oh, I forgot to show y'all the price. I paid $12.99 for it, which is actually pretty low considering it's new at tag. But the only downside is it is fairly saturated on Poshmark. So after checking comps, it's not going to sell for as much as I would have liked. The dress that I found in liquidation, I'll pop up here, sold for $140. Of course, that was new at tag. But even like when I first moved to Portland, I found a dress by this brand. I sold it for, and I'll pop that one up, $65. So it is a brand to know, and if you find in the thrift store, definitely check comps. I think I'll still make a good profit on this. I don't regret picking it up. It's just not going to do as well as I thought it would do. So I paid $12.99 for it. I think it will sell for about $45. And so that would give me a projected profit of $23.01 and a projected profit margin of 51.13%. Okay, now for my favorite piece from this entire haul, and probably my favorite piece from this entire year thus far. Yeah, definitely. I was so excited to find this. I think I showed you me finding it. This is Spell and the Gypsy. If you don't know about this brand already, definitely want to know. This is a gorgeous dress. It is a bohemian style brand that makes a lot of these kind of peasant style dresses, and these dresses can resell for a lot of money. They retail for a good amount of money as well, but if you find like a rare style or something, it can go for even more than retail. They're kind of like a reseller unicorn bolo type brand. I found it only once before. I found this brand only once before, and it was at the same thrift store, same Goodwill here in Portland. So now I'm like, dang, okay. I thought that first time was a fluke, but maybe I just need to be going to this thrift store more often. I paid $14.99 for it, and y'all, I'm keeping this dress. I've decided. I haven't tried it on yet, so if it doesn't fit, I will sell it. But since it's button front, it's nursing friendly, and I think the colors are just so pretty. So I think I'm gonna keep it if I can. But I still check comps, still looked up the style name, and I will share that with you now, in case I do decide to sell it. So it's Spell in the Gypsy Dahlia midi dress. I think a model wore this dress out and about one time. So a lot of the comps have that particular photo of her like on the street in New York wearing it. It's a pretty cute photo. So it cost $14.99. I think based off of sold comps that it would sell for $150. Of course it sold I think near $200 and also down to $125, but I think most often it's kind of in the middle around $150, which would give me a projected profit of $105.01 and a projected profit margin of 70.01%. So it's hard to keep that one because, you know, it's $100 basically of profit that I could make. But if you know Spell in the Gypsy, it's hard to find pieces like that for cheap. I mean, they just go for a lot of money on, you know, the reseller marketplace. So you either have to be really diligent in watching basically kind of for newbie resellers or amateur resellers who are selling it underpriced. Sometimes you can find good deals on the Real by Spell in the Gypsy, but otherwise it's kind of hard. So when you find it in the thrift store, if you want a piece, you just gotta keep it. You know, that's what I did with my last Ulla Johnson dress that I found. Okay, this is another really good brand to find. I didn't check comps on it in the thrift store, but luckily it turned out to be a good piece. It's these leggings, and they have these glitter hearts on the front. Y'all want to guess the brand? On 1, 2, 3, guess the brand. Okay, the brand is Beach Riot, which I have covered on my Instagram Bolo stories of the day, and most people said they knew about this brand, so hopefully y'all guessed this to be Beach Riot. I found these like right when they were like, hey, we're closing. I just was like, oh, came across them real quick, threw them in my cart, paid $7.99. Didn't check comps obviously because I didn't have time, but luckily they seem to be doing well. So they're the Beach Riot Sparkle Heart leggings, paid $7.99. I think they will sell for $50, which will give me a projected profit of $32.01 and a projected profit margin of 64.02%. So that's great. Okay, so I have one more clothing piece and then one more shoes left. Okay, so this is a brand. I don't know if I've ever covered it on my Instagram stories, but it's one that I've come across when doing research a bunch of times. It's such a cool brand. This is Cotopaxi. Definitely let me know in the comments down below. Did y'all know about this brand? It is kind of an outdoorsy style brand, and these are joggers with these really fun elastics at the ankle. It says Gear for Good Cotopaxi on them. This brand does really well if you can find colorful windbreakers or jackets. It can sell like for $100 plus. This particular pair of joggers won't go for that much, but I've never sold this brand before, so I wanted to go ahead and pick it up and try it out. I did pay up a bit for them. I paid $9.99 for these joggers, but they're in excellent condition. And what size are they? They are size small. They're called the Cotopaxi Aura joggers. And so I think they will sell for about $30, maybe $35, but I put $30. And that would leave me with a projected profit of $14.01 and a projected profit margin of 46.7%. But I really just wanted to pick them up to experiment and see how this brand does in this category, because who knows, it could always surprise me, and a lot of times brands like that do. Okay, so these are so cute. This is the last piece in this haul. I could not pass on these. These are by the brand Silent D, which is a brand that's often sold at, often sold at Anthropologie, which is a shoe brand. Makes super cute shoes. So this particular style was sold at Anthropologie. They're called the Lace-Up Espadrille Sandal, but they weren't sold in this color, even though this color is really cute. So I couldn't find stock photos for this color at all, so I'm gonna just have to make sure to take a really cute cover photo for these. They're a size 38 or a size 8. Inside, they say the style name Frawny, but when searching for that, not much came up. So really, really cute. What made me actually decide to get them, because I couldn't find, you know, comps on this particular style at all. I did check when I was in store. Is I was like, ooh, Silent D makes really cute. Like if these are my size, I'd definitely keep them. So I went on there and I searched for just Silent D sandals in my size. And the cheapest ones on there were like, I think maybe 45 or 50 bucks selling used. So I was like, okay, there must be a demand for some shoes like this. So I decided to go ahead and pick them up, paid $9.99. And again, I just had to guesstimate my sales price. So I put a sales price of $40 projected, which would give me a projected profit of $22.01 and a projected profit margin of 55.03%. So that's everything, y'all. That's everything that I got. So I spent in total $279.75. And if everything sells according to how I planned and projected, then I would make a grand total of sales of $1,236, which is great, which would give me a projected profit of $709.05, which is not too shabby for a Friday afternoon, which was so fun. I had so much fun on this thrift trip. It was like maybe the most fun I've had in a while, just because I was just, I don't know, in the mood. It was a great day and I found some really great pieces. So let me know in the comments down below what your favorite piece was from this video. Y'all already know mine. Smell the Gypsy. What's your number 2 favorite? Mine's this, oh, by far, this shirt, because I just love it. And I've been researching baby stuff all weekend, so cute. And it's in excellent condition, so I'm really excited to see if that works for us. But anyways, yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your favorite pieces were from the haul. But thanks so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Okay, love y'all. Bye.